morning, this is Gene Thorpe, Little Red Rooster TV, and today we have an iconic guitar. This is a 1959 or 1960 Gibson ES-330 guitar. It's got a maple top, and the very most interesting thing about these guitars are just what innovative guitars they were. When they came out, previous to this, actually starting in 1936, Gibson started making arched top guitars. In 1941, Gibson got a tremendous press that would press the tops and the bottoms of the arched top guitars. You can see these are curved, and you see the curve in the top. And these presses were huge. There was one in Kalamazoo, Michigan, they got in 1941, and they've since moved it to Memphis, Tennessee. The Memphis shop is now closed, but it still belongs to Gibson. It's probably in Nashville right now. But the way these were made was you would take maple, and not like plywood. Plywood is very thin, but they would take three meaty pieces of good quality wood and put them in this press with 1,900 pounds of pressure and a particular type of glue and create these bodies. Now you can see that this one, being the age that it is pristine, and these things will last forever. This is why I like the ES series guitars. What makes a 330 different than some of the other guitars is that later in rock and roll, people were worrying about feedback, and these would get very good and loud before they would feedback, but it didn't have a solid block of wood like a 335. We've got a 335 here. We'll kind of compare the differences between the two guitars. This one joins the body at the 19th fret. This one joins the body at the 16th fret. And the reason why this occurs is because this guitar has a solid block of wood down the middle of it, which essentially makes it be like a solid body guitar. And these are humbucking pickups, noted more for just rock. Although these pickups, which are the Gibson P90 pickups, these are a single coil pickup, where the humbucking pickups underneath this cap have two separate pickups in there that the magnetic fields overlap, and that's why they call them a humbucking, because that overlapping creates a quieter sound. A single coil pickup sometimes can pick up a 60 cycle hum or that type of thing when it's turned up pretty loud. But these were very, very good even in that realm, and many players, in fact, a couple of very interesting players played them. So in about 1951, Gibson acquired the Epiphone Guitar Company, and at that point in time, they started building this same exact guitar in the Epiphone line, and they called it a Casino. It had a different headstock, and this guitar is essentially what the Beatles played on many of their records, were Epiphone Casinos, exactly the same model guitar as this. B.B. King used to play one of these. Many of the blues guitarists of the time played them. Keith Richards played these. And this is a tremendous guitar. It belongs to Johnny Patton, who's a well-known musician around. It was his dad's, Big Jim Patton. He grew up in a family where his mom and brother, his mom was a piano player, his dad was a guitar player, his brother played the drums, and Johnny grew up to become a piano player and bass player and all of that. And we'll have him on some videos here as well. But this guitar probably is in the range of $20,000 to $25,000. One thing that's very interesting about these guitars is sometimes when you have these old guitars from that era, the cases can be worth as much as the actual guitar. So here's a very interesting case that came all the way from that era that practically is in pristine condition. So sometimes those cases go for big dollar amounts. I've never seen a guitar that old, that clean, unless it was at Gruen's Music in Nashville, Tennessee. So this is Gene Thorpe, Little Red Rooster TV. talking about the Gibson ES-330 and comparing the 335. Signing out.